Hello, you lovely infinite beings. This is your reminder that you have made it. Yes, you've already made it. You've learned everything you need to know to unlock the next phase of your life, to start actually manifesting, bearing the fruit of your experiences, bearing the fruit of everything that you've been going through for the past couple of years. Ever since the pandemic of 2019, people have been in an acquisition state, learning new things, adopting new concepts, embracing, letting go of old habits, letting go of old concepts. And we've been all growing together. The whole planet has been growing and ascending. And now you've learned everything that you need to know for the rest of your life, that you need to start creating your dream reality. You've learned everything, and you have to stop this desperate seeking for new things, for what to do, for how to live, for how to get this thing, for how to do that thing, because you've already made it. And the fact that you are here and watching this video, that even confirms it even further, because you feel it on some level, you feel it on a specific level. You know that you know everything that you need to know. You've learned enough. There's no more for you to learn. Now all you've got to do is to incorporate everything that you've learned, all that you've come to know through everything you've been through, what your experiences has been teaching you ever since the pandemic or even before that. You've got to incorporate that in your new identity, because even although we learn a lot, although we might even take courses, we might listen to these people, to that person, to this person, you might read some books, you might watch some documentaries, you might study something new, learn a new skill, but we're always left feeling that there's more, we need more. Because once we learn that thing, once we learn that lesson, once we understand the lesson from our experience, we don't see immediate results, and we think, well, maybe there is still more, I need to learn more. But that's not the case. The case is that you need to incorporate the things you've learned in who you are becoming, in who you are now. And we remain stuck believing, because our external reality did not confirm our new identity, so we remain stuck believing that we are still the same old person. That because the last experience we had was perhaps a negative one, was one that did not confirm our new teachings, our new learnings. And so your self-worth is still determined by your previous experience and the one before that. Your beliefs, your self-beliefs are still that of your previous experiences, because that was your last external proof. But the thing here is that you need to become those new teachings before you start seeing them in your external reality. So what does it mean to incorporate it in your new identity? What it means is that you've probably learned about your limitations. You've learned about what's been limiting you. You've learned about your self-beliefs, about your self-worth. You know the steps. You know what's pending, what's needed for you. What are those last steps you need to take for you to unlock your dream reality, for you to unlock the next phase in your life, the one you've been seeking. And those are the things that finalize. That's like, let's say, some sort of a test, although I don't really look at it as a test from the universe. It's something that we create for ourselves, to prove to ourselves, to raise. Because once you see it happen, once you start seeing yourself in that new light, you start believing, and you raise your vibrations, you raise your frequency, you raise your worthiness, and then it becomes possible. Then you're able to see the results of that thing, of the learnings that you've been acquiring for the past while. So the point here, the key here, is to start seeing what definitions you have inside of you that go against your new teachings. What is limiting you? What have you been telling yourself what's the narrative that's been binding you to a specific life for so long, and see where does it fall in you alongside your teachings, because that's what you're currently aligned with. See, think about the things you dream about, think about your dream reality, think about what you're seeking, and see how do you feel about it. Do you still think that, oh, that's so far-fetched, I can't do this thing, I can't do that, I still need to do this, I still need to do that? Fact is, you don't need to do anything anymore. As long, and even more, as long as you're thinking that, well, maybe I still need to do this, I still need to do that, then you are putting between you and that thing another step, because you're telling God, you're telling the universe, you're telling yourself, it's not for now, it's after I do that thing, then I should have that which I see. And then when you do that thing, you start thinking, when you don't see immediate results, then you put another step, and you keep going, one more step, one more step, one more step, and it's always in the future. It never becomes in the present. And that's why it's always something that you are running behind, that you are seeking out. While the fact is, the truth is, it's here right now. It's within you. You just have to awaken it. You just have to awaken to it. You just have to realize it. You just have to align with it, match its vibration, match its frequencies. Tune in. And you do that by incorporating your new teachings in who you are, understanding the things that you've been acquiring for so long, all of those lessons, and for what? If it's not to actually apply, then what's even the point of learning and taking this and listening to that person and reading that book and trying this experience and going through everything that you've been through? What's the point? Because each and every experience is meant to elevate you, is meant to align you further with your grand intentions, to get you closer to your dream reality. That's the whole purpose of any experience that you go through. There's something that you need to let go. It comes in an experience that forces you to let go of some old habits, of some old personality traits, of some old characteristics. There's something you need to adopt. The same thing happens. So it's not about learning. It's not about more acquisition. It's not about seeking this person or finding a guru or finding a teacher or finding that perfect book that's gonna solve everything for you. But it is about incorporating that frequency of what you've learned into who you are. Because at this point, it's just knowledge, it's just in the mind, it's not confirmed to your subconscious, and when it's not confirmed to your subconscious, it does not vibrate in your energy. It's not part of your alignment system, it's not part of your current belief system, and you don't vibrate on those vibrations, on that frequency. And how do you and so you confirm it even before it's confirmed through your external reality. See what has been, see the traumas, observe closely yourself. What traumas are you bound by? What traumas have been limiting you, have been driving you in a specific direction? Your fears, your self-limiting beliefs. Those are still the things that are controlling your reality. If you think about it, if you think, think about the things you want to achieve, about your goals, about your dreams, and see where your beliefs stand in alignment to this, in accordance to this. Are they really in accordance with those dreams and and whatever goals? Or are you still thinking, well, that's so scary, that's not for me, I cannot imagine myself being that person. How do I deserve this? How am I worthy of this? How do I educate people when I don't know it, barely know enough? How do I start that business which I don't know much about? How do I get this new job? How do I work at this new position when I'm not really good at the one I am currently? Whatever. How do I get in a loving relationship, when I don't even know what to do in a relationship? When I'm not good with the opposite, gender or whatever. Those are all your self-limiting beliefs based on past experiences. But there's a reason that it's past experiences. Past. And they should stay there. You've done with them, you're done with them, you've solved them, you've healed them, and you've learned about them. You've learned that those experiences were traumatized you, that those were limiting you. You've learned that you were bound by those experiences, but you no longer need to be. That's the key, because everything you've been learning through your acquisition state, through your acquisition phase, you've been acquiring, learning so much. You've been observing your life, observing your experiences, seeing what each and everything is for, what it's trying to teach you. And you know, you have the knowledge now. Now apply it, incorporate it. So go within yourself and tell yourself, change the definitions. See yourself being able to do anything that you want to do. Meditate on that. It's not even a question of affirmations or confirmations. It's not about, saying it to yourself, well, I'm able. Logic your way through it. Because you can. There's nothing stopping you. All that's stopping you is your past experiences, but those are in the past. Acknowledge that you are changed. If you don't believe that you are changed, if you don't believe that you've changed anything about yourself, then how do you expect your reality, your external reality to change? That's the question. So it's not about learning more, it's not about acquiring more, it's not about the how or the when or the what should I, but it's actually about being everything that you were taught, acknowledging everything that you were taught, acknowledging the lessons in each and every experience. Otherwise, it's all going to be for naught. Otherwise, there would be no point for anything that you've been through, for all of the books you've read, for all of the videos you've watched, for all of the podcasts, for all of the courses you've taken. So remember that you have already made it. You're already there. There's no more for you to learn. There's no more for you to pursue. All that's left is incorporating that which is in your mind into who you are. Being in alignment, aligning mind, body, and soul. You know, if there are some little steps here and there for you to, exactly. That's the whole thing. You know yourself better than anyone. That's the whole point. I don't even have to tell you what is it for you that you have to work with, that you have to work on. What is it that's limiting you? What is it that you've been bound by? You know yourself, and your mind is telling you, and you hear it from within you all the time. You just have to abide by it, listen to it, learn to trust yourself. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to another video by AfsConsciousFrequency. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, because it helps me so much, and it helps this video find its way to many more others who might actually need it.